Hello everybody, this is emmavoid and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pyre. So, last we left off, that's right, we got our butts kicked by somebody who apparently used to be part of the Nightwings, which is weird, and is now the true Nightwings or whatever, so screw them. But, yeah, that was our second match we lost in a row, so before I started this episode I made sure to practice a little bit with Sandra, and hopefully that helps. In the meantime, it looks like Tizo has something on his mind. Tizo seems despondent following the confrontation with Oralek. That's the guy, Oralek. Tizo is filled with mixed emotions at having seen Oralek again. Like Wolfred, he thought for sure that Oralek had perished long ago. Tizo's angry that Oralek acted so unfriendly with everyone. Then the little imp looks at you with sadness in his eyes, but says no more. He skitters up into the rafters. Aw, poor Tizo. Let's check out what we've got in the book now. Oh right, and from having that practice match I got some info on the Beyonders. To call the Beyonders a triumvirate is to stain the other's efforts, yet I am beholden to describe them here. A pack of bandits, loosely organized under the Sisters of the Arch, they traveled all this way into my land to take the Horned One's life, to kill my friend, Myr. We thwarted them. We had them at our mercy. Mercy had become imperative to Myr. We spared their lives, but banished them to darkness, far beyond these lands. Now and forever, the Beyonders cling to a beholden duty to confront the true triumvirates whenever they so choose, so that whenever the true triumvirates clash, it shall be to their fullest extent. Poor Sandra. I hope we find some way to get her out of there. Or at least, you know, make it so that she's not stuck there forever for the rest of eternity. Okay, let's continue. Alright, and next we're headed back up for another, what's it called? Freedom, right? It's not the word. Why can I never remember this word? I know why. It's because I'm really bad with words. There we go. Alright, so there's the Fall of Solium. Ooh. The inverted fall of Solium roars into the sky. Somewhere beyond it lies the Commonwealth, beyond your vision and beyond your grasp. If only we could just fly home right now. Looks like this thing just can't go any higher though. And it's a long way up that fall, isn't it? We'll get there yet. Just have to keep going. If you say so. Ah, here we go. Emperor's Ascent and Emperor's Fall. Let's see. Bertrude shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here. Or Sir Gilman. I'm not really sure that I want to bring either of them into the next fight, though. Well, just in case, I think I'm slightly more likely to take Sir Gilman. Like, if I have to. You land amid the sheer cliffs of Mount Elodiel, at whose summit awaits the Liberation Rite. Liberation Rite. And thus begins our third ascent to the Fall of Solium. My agents in the Commonwealth report our plan is proceeding. Let us strive again to liberate one of our own and raise its chances. Seek the Imp Scribe's favor. With some time to spare after having landed, you join Sir Gilman on a brief expedition to the monument of Howe the Swallow. Is an exile self-imposed still worthy of your blessings, so good scribes? This knight most certainly hopes so. His compatriots so yearn to once again be free that this knight's heart goes out to each of them. Please, help him to help them. Soon, you and he are finished paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Howe the Swallow has shown you favor. You shall soon begin your ascent, though there is time as yet to pursue your vocations. Alright. Oh, here you got to chat with Sir Gilman. Sir Gilman is training intently when you approach. Master Rita, This knight was so engulfed in memories of the Sea Dominion that he failed to detect your stealthy advance on his position. Splendidly done. This knight would have been vanquished by you easily. This knight is fortunate to have you as an ally rather than a mortal foe. His kind routinely clambers from the depths of the Sea Dominion to seek greater glory, and perhaps a slightly longer life expectancy within your commonwealth. Such an honor it would be to be assigned to the rank of knight and be conscripted onto the front lines of the commonwealth against their vicious, winged enemies. In the Sea Dominion, it was our ultimate goal to fight our way to the surface, past our brethren, past the razor reefs, the strangle kelp, the snaggle fins that prey upon our kind. Sir Yeoman continues listing undersea dangers and terrors for some time. Past the blood sniffers, the electric scallops, the rogue worms of the frigid current, the paralyzing nets of the farfishes, even past the scalding waters of the glowing trench. Finally, he trails off. Yet, even despite the myriad challenges of living in the Sea Dominion, it is each would-be worm knight's duty to abandon that place at his or her soonest convenience. How humorous it was to learn that life within your commonwealth had quite a bit in common with our existence on this sea. 'Twas not all pomp and glory as the stories told. Perhaps it is our lot as worm knights to bring strife with us wherever we should go, for even here, it seems, is our kind pitted both against our brethren and all others. He remains silent for a while, but then... Ah, well, it is fortunate that this knight found within this place so fine a company as yours. It is a most different change of pace to strive toward a common purpose, rather than strive constantly to outperform each other towards one's own self-gain. Although, to the extent we are competing still, this knight shall ever strive to take the lead, and make no mistake about that, Master Reader. This knight was born to be the best, just like all the billions like him. Now, he is off to steal himself. Your pardon, Master Reader. He scoots off somewhere to continue with his self-made training regimen. Sir Gilman gets another +1 quickness. I don't know, maybe I will have to use him for the next rate. We'll see. Until then, let's see. Forge for resources or mentor companion. I mean, I haven't done it yet, so who can I mentor? Oops. Can I go back? I can't go back, can I? Nice. Alright, Alright, so let's give it to whoever is closest to the next rank, and I think that might be Jodariel. Very well, for there is much to learn. Your knowledge of that book is vital to us all. You sit down with Jodariel to go over some of the subtler aspects of the rites, such as the state of banishment and how to return from it. You sense she is beginning to understand. Private lesson. Utter nonsense, all of this, that we have come this far. Fortune alone cannot be the cause. Alright. Banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. That's pretty good. And... so I noticed, it seems like you can't salute while you're carrying the orb, which makes all of these things a lot more difficult than they would have been. Recover all stamina. Using rush. Oh yeah, those are super important. Dang, plus 35 to automatically. Now, let's go with Celestial Spike. I think that'll be interesting to try and use against the opponents. My head is swimming with this talk of banishment. Enough of this for now. Alright. On we go. Temple High Road or Temple Cistern. Bay gains its father from the cistern. Headwind gains favor from the High Road. Well, like I said, I want to get Headwind out of here next, so let's go ahead and take a trip with him. While traversing the sublime grandeur on the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Jamur Minimane, and Headwind happens to take notice. Is this going to be my chance? I can't help but wonder, but I need to clear my mind of this. It's all just a distraction. I want to return so badly, and yet, while my friends remain here trapped, I want to help them free themselves. Please, help me in this. Soon you and he are finished paying your respects. As you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Jamur Manymane has shown you favor. Plus 2 presents. Alright. So, hopefully all that practice I put in actually helps a little. You and your companions arrive again at the Scribe's Gate, before an archway carved with stone. Shall we, Rita? The minstrel leads you toward his counterpart, who seems unsurprised to see you all approach. The exiles of the Nightwings, and you again, Tariq. Greetings, Celeste. Aye, we have returned. The stars shine darkly these past nights. Nothing more than a portent of your arrival, is it? Likely nothing more. Now, they are ready for you. Then come forth, each of you in turn. Please state your name and what it is you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Wait, you? She points to Bertrude. You are new amongst this group. You shall go first. Please, do as she asks, Bertrude, madam. We are known throughout the downside as Big Bertrude. We follow Sandalwood, for we are fond of him. He led us into exile, and he shall lead us out. The gate guardian acknowledges her, and motions for the rest of you to proceed. Everyone does so as before, including you. Once you all have declared yourselves, she regards you all for another moment, and beckons toward the mountain's top. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome. Go forth with glory. Thank you, Celeste. Until the summit, Tariq. Interesting. Whew, okay. Alright, can I make sure to pick... Yeah, and get everything of importance. Looks like it. So, Slug Market. Hey, welcome back, you guys. You know, I guess this is a pretty decent spot for business all of a sudden, because used to be, it was real bad up here, you know? I'd be here and just wait and wait and wait, and sometimes it gets real cold, like I was telling you before, and stuff like that. So anyway, you buying anything or what? Alright. And I don't know that we have anything else in particular we want to get rid of. At the very least, we can buy some more Stardust. Let's probably go with this one. Alright. See you guys again sometime soon, maybe, okay? Because I gotta say, you are my favorite customers I had all week. Alright. Here we go. Again, you have reached the Fall of Solium, where one among you could go free, provided you prevail against the Withdrawn and the Liberation Rite. Reader, we would ask a moment of your time. We have to talk. As darkness falls, the minstrel and Wolfred pull you aside. We have some news that is, depending upon how you look at it, potentially unfortunate. The lone minstrel directs your attention towards the dark night sky. The stars are fading. It is true. With the advent of the Titan stars, visibly fewer stars seem to be shining than once you saw in the sky above. Yes, the stars themselves are vanishing. Why, I do not yet understand, but what it indicates is this. The rites are drawing to an inexorable end. There we go. The light of the stars. Without it, the rites would be unable to commence. Anyway, that is the bad news. The good news is, there are a lot of stars to go. How many liberation rites remain, I do not know as yet. The arithmetic is complicated. An estimation of the number of the stars, the rate at which they fade, the accelerating rate at which we're being summoned here. Anyway, I'll work it out as soon as possible. For now, I felt that you should be aware. We can inform the others in due time. At the moment, though, they have this right to think about. and so do you. Look forth. As the stars above begin to shine, Volfred's words begin to sink in. It seems you have a limited number of chances remaining to liberate your companions, including this one now. I kinda figured. Oof. Okay. Oof. Your adversaries shall never be banished after plunging into your pyre. That's kinda rough. Yeah, I'm gonna continue going with none of the above. If you liberate a fellow exile, their equipped talisman is returned to your black wagon. Oh, yeah, I've noticed that.
Congratulations, reader. It would appear the rites are drawing to a close. Doubtless the doing of that Orlek in all his bitter spite. For now, your exiles have another chance at freedom here upon the fall of Sodium. So too do your adversaries, the withdrawn. They fought so very bravely for this moment. Whichever side prevails soon shall send one of its own into the warm embrace of civilization.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the withdrawn, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bog dweller Admilde appears from the shadows and reaches for her mask. We are known to be the witch Admilde. Our adversaries, they are nothing to us or the one we serve. Ye all shall be devoured in the coming age, an age of strife, wrought down by the fell wings and many-seeing eyes of Islak, the astral born. You speak blasphemy upon this sacred site, Admilde. If you value your liberty, then I suggest you cease your mocking of the scribes. The scribes, they failed to stop Islak, and he shall rise again. As for you Nightwings, ye are of no consequence in Islak's grand design. She dons her mask once more. Soon we shall return unto the land which Islak shall usurp, where we shall offer him our blood and that of many, many others. Ah, neat. As for you, Nightwings, you bring darkness with you. What have you wrought upon the stars? Celeste, please, we do not know what is amiss here. The Nightwings have come only to see that the liberation is carried out. Indeed. Then make your choice, Nightwings. Who among you is to be anointed here? Alright, so, as I was mentioning before, my plan is we anoint Hedwyn. Who's able to be anointed right now? Just 3 of them. Alright.
Hedwyn,
Another chance at freedom.
who shall strive for him?
Alright, and for that we're gonna go with... So, my original plan was Jodariel and Pamitha. Especially because I just got that Celestial Spike power with Jodariel. But on the other hand, Sir Gilman got what? Well, only +2 extra quickness. That's not really that much worth it. So yeah, let's go with Jodariel.
Jodariel,
Let us achieve a better outcome this time. And Pamitha. And yeah. So I realized while I was practicing, I haven't been using her Fell Swoop power, because it works by pressing the cast button again after you do after you've done a casting. So I need to make sure to use that a lot more because it seemed really useful. Glad we're giving him another shot.
it is done.
Soon, Islak, very soon we shall release thee. We shall release thee, and as for ye, Nightwings, we have much in store for ye. Okay.
Commence.
There we go. Oh, dang it. All right. Nice. Oof. Dang it. Islak, we invoke thee, for we seek thy ancient strength. Befoul our enemies within thy blood. Damnation to the night wings, damnation to the scribes. In the invocation of Islak, your adversary, Witchwood Milde's curse, shall summon forth dark pools of banishing ichor, wheresoever any exile is banished here this night. Ooh. That's bad. There we go.
And there it is, at last.
Ah,
The Nightwings proved their worth. Rather convincingly, I must admit. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus, the scribes have chosen the exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free. Absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
know that this affront against Islak has been recorded, and his vengeance shall darken the skies. We did it. Then, I guess that means I have to go. I broke my vow to her, that we would all go free together. Reader, my friend, why would you do this? Will you ever forgive me? Vikani, wait for me. Wait for me. He remained silent for a moment longer, then... Listen to me, all of you. I will not forget this. If there is anything at all that I can do back on the other side to help the rest of you, then I am going to find it, and I am going to do it. And at the very least, I will do everything I can to make sure that by the time more of you come join me back at home, that it'll be a better place for all of us. Look, I don't have long now, so just thank you, all of you. I won't forget this. Then he plunges out of sight into the shimmer pool. His voice is audible, but growing faint. It's happening. Goodbye, my friends. Reader, everyone, goodbye, until we see each other. Alright.
Godspeed, Edwin. The eight scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may yet continue for a while. Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
Until the stars abandon us, this shall be the guiding law. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the withdrawn in the liberation rite. An important victory. At least someone got out of here. You succeeded in liberating Hedwyn. You returned to the Commonwealth in glory. His was the first friendly face you encountered on the downside. Then, Wolford asks the group to gather. You sense you know what news he is about to share. Everyone, I must apologize to bring such news at this late hour, but I felt that you all would wish to know as soon as possible. The context of our plan has changed. 51%. Not bad. He looks about at everyone before revealing to them what the stars have revealed to you both. The stars above are disappearing. They seem to just be fading away, one by one, for reasons that the scribes alone may know for certain, though we all may harbor our suspicions. See for yourself if you have any doubts that this is so. A hush falls over your companions, all exhausted from the rite, and now stunned into silence. If this phenomenon continues unabated, and we have every reason to believe it shall, then the rite shall cease when the stars no longer shine. Permanently cease, that is. Your companions exchange glances. You sense negative emotions rising, confusion, fear. Before, I gave you the impression that, should the Nightwings not prevail in a liberation rite, there would be other chances. This remains so. However, our chances now are numbered. The exact number I have yet to ascertain, but, to be quite frank, there are more of us than we have chances left. You sense your fellow exiles are beginning to realize what this means. I know this must be difficult to hear, but it is not to be a cause for panic. Our plan remains essentially unchanged. We shall take which opportunities arrive, and return as many as we can. I urge you all to take whatever time you need to think this through. At dawn, we shall head south again to Moonlight Alcove. We can discuss this further then. Now, please get some rest. Our path grows harder, though not insurmountable. Not while we stand together. We can still prevail. The group disperses. Some whisper in hushed tones. Others turn to their quarters, speechless. There will be time later to better understand this omen. Whew. Alright, so we've got a little spare time. Let's go ahead and check everything out and have a chat and Book of Rites. The Withdrawn. The Withdrawn did spawn forth from the wild witch Melith, in whose vigilant pursuit of the unknown and the unknowable I always felt a certain kinship. Whether the Withdrawn were Melith's kin by blood or merely worshippers, we trusted one another not to ask or care. What mattered was that Melith chose the most audacious minds, who stopped at nothing short of the impossible. Though ever distant, the Withdrawn revealed to us such truths about the land which long lay hidden even to one such as I. Their knowledge ever waking into newfound depths of consciousness, they lead us all to better know ourselves. Or at least, they used to. On kinship. Each one of us within the Eights, beside the emmavoid, we would have perished in the downside had we not found each other and, together, formed our union. Here in the downside all are bound, but that which binds us here does have some latitude. We chose the bond of kinship. Our exile took precedence over our differences. The Empire, which had subjugated all our kind into a tense alliance, shall give way to a society in which our differences are paramount. There may you embrace your ancient cultures, whilst jointly forming a great culture all its own. Next to mercy, it is kinship that shall form the bedrock of our commonwealth. Oof. Hey, Wilfred. Following Hedwyn's liberation, you find Wolfred smoking his pipe, his eyes averted. He looks up and smiles as you approach. Hello, my girl. Excellent work back there. Thank you for your perseverance. Though, I was just reflecting on how very fortunate I've been in all of this. Not just me, but really all of us who had a chance to stand with Hedwyn here. Ours is, admittedly, a somewhat desperate plan. It was vital to me, should the Nightwings rise again, that it be under proper care and guidance. I was just thinking how well Hedwyn served in that capacity. Whatever is to be the outcome of all this, no doubt his presence shall be missed. My agents and I, we were unsure of him at first, a common boy like that, completely unacquainted with the rights. But, in the end, I felt that he was worth a shot, someone like him, sincere, determined, with loyal friends, and desperate to get home. Those qualities spoke volumes. Then he falls silent for a time. I have every faith that he shall strive on our behalf now in the Commonwealth, and it is my hope that he yet finds the one he sought. You and Volfred speak little more of Hedwyn for now. You're left wondering what shall become of him in the Commonwealth. Oof. Good morning, everyone. We are at the mercy of the stars, and none can say how soon they'll shine for us again. Let us recover for a while at Moonlight Alcove and decide how to proceed. Alright. Best make yourselves as comfortable as possible here for the time, Nightwings. The rites ought to commence again before we know it. Until then, be well. Thus, you and your companions remain on the mountaintop, waiting for the stars to shine again. The cycle of the rites is ending. The news that Volfred and the Lone Minstrel revealed to you now threatens to disrupt the group's resolve. Who most deserves their freedom? Can there be any hope for your revolutionary plan to change the Commonwealth if too few exiles manage to return? These questions hang like a fog over you and your companions as you linger there on Mount Elodiel. For now, the exiles of the Nightwings vow to stick together, for as many opportunities as they shall have. Many moons pass. One cold evening, Volfred finds you off on your own. Well, my girl, it's time once more. Come see. Volfred indicates the sky, and through the snow, you see that he is right. Soon all of your companions are gathered. Volfred regards the group in his steady manner. As you all know, I have refrained from participating in the rites myself. This was a long-held choice of mine, for a variety of reasons. Chief among those reasons is that I might direct our plan, free from unwanted attention, both from our adversaries here and those who would oppose us in the Commonwealth. Another reason is my past experience conducting the rites. It did not end on good terms. Before my time, the Nightwings comprised 3 exiles, Brighton, Irisa, and Oralak. Little Tizo was with them as well, still learning in their ways. Brighton. Oh, that looks a lot like the Lone Minstrel. That's totally the Lone Minstrel, I think, isn't it? Irisa. That, no, kind of sort of looks like the other minstrel, the gatekeeper. Not really. And Oralek, that buttface. After Brighton regained his freedom in the liberation rites, the Nightwings took me in. A story for another time, but for one thing, I had capacity to read the ancient book. Anyway, when next we earned our way into the liberation rites, Oralek was anointed for return. He had long been in exile, and his horns were beginning to show. We prevailed. Little Tizo snuffed the accuser's pyre, and thus Oralek earned his freedom. Ah, the accusers. However, just as the shimmer pool was to engulf him, Irisa, she shoved him from the precipice and took her freedom in his stead. Ah. She perished, of course. Only the anointed can transcend this shimmer pool, but she thought the warnings were a myth and paid the price. She was always restless. I presumed Oralek perished too, to survive a fall from Mount Elodiel. I was left alone. Subsequently, I made no attempts to reassemble the Nightwings, knowing that such treachery, such harm was even possible as part of this ordeal. I, frankly, still do not hold Irisa entirely at fault for what transpired. I hold instead the Commonwealth responsible, for it put us in this desperate situation. And I resist the urge to think the rights may partly be to blame as well, for pitting brother against brother, sister against sister. Volfred breathes a deep sigh. Now I see that Orlek yet lives, at a time when our plan is already in motion, and even the stars are fading. Perhaps a signal that the scribes themselves know that the Nightwings are divided, and that they do not approve. But I choose to take it as a sign that we must act. The scribes have put us in a set of circumstances where each one of us may rise to the occasion. The Nightwings and our plan need all the help that they can get, and so I have made a decision which I wish to announce here to you all. In the name of the Nightwings, and reader, by your leave, I would conduct the rites again. Long have my skills languished in the matter, I admit, although I trust I shall regain them soon enough. While I once vowed never to conduct the rites again, our present situation calls for all our resources to be brought to bear. So, if I may be of use during the rites to come, I shall avail myself. That is all. Now then, our reader shall determine where we are headed come first light. Wilfred bows his head to everyone, while the others exchange looks, then, one by one, salute him in turn. Alright. Once more, do several stars shine bright in the night sky, revealing several paths for you to pursue towards salvation. Alright. Triesta, Jamor, Nice. Yeah, let's take a look at the planner. So we're up to 51%. And interesting that those true Nightwing jerks haven't showed up on here yet. Reader, my girl, as I shall now conduct the rites with the others, I implore you, please, take over for me here. Scribes be with you. Rites until next liberation. Liberation rites remaining. Oof. You know, I thought he said at some point that there was going to be a way to tell, like, who's gonna improve the plan the most. Well, Triesta, we can face the Pyre Hearts and kick through Deluge's butt again. Leaf, we face Chastity. More. Yeah, Oh, hey. All the spoopy stars are showing up too. Alright. Well, I'd say let's go up against Jamor. Or not Jamor, but, you know, Dalbert and the Fate. I see it's time we met again with Dalbert and the Fate. We can make for the spring of Jamur at first light, my girl. Let us recover through the night for now. It is too late to do much else. Alright. Well, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'm glad I was able to break my losing streak and kick a little bit of butt, especially since it was a liberation right. So, feel free to leave a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. You can give me some comments if you like below, or even check in the doobly-doo if you want to send me some money through PayPal or maybe pledge to my Patreon. But above all, no matter what, I hope to see you guys next time, and I hope that you keep enjoying these videos. There's not a lot of you out there, but those who are, I really appreciate you. Thanks so much. See you all next time. Bye!